Hey, welcome back to Dream Daddy. In the last episode, we got tricked on another one-night stand with Robert. Damn it. It's too hot. Also, something's up with Amanda, and I want to find out what. Anyway, how you doing today? I'm doing good. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I started rummaging around for ingredients. I hear Amanda walk in the door. Instead of heading for the kitchen like she usually does, she makes a beeline to her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. Hey, Pumpkin? What? Can you come here for a second? There's a moment of silence. Yeah. I wanted to say sorry about last night. What? I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it. Dad, So just whatever it is. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. But whatever it is, just know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy. Oh.
Oh, no.
Honey, you know I'm bad with words. So I was hoping I could speak a language we both understand. I pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting is set by now. Ta-da! Dad? It took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around sad, and I had to start over, and sorry you're sad, but I support you 100%. Great, Dad.
Huh.
This is beautiful. It's strawberry. Amanda gives me a big ol' hug. Oh. I grab some plates and forks and serves up some delicious cake. So, it's really stupid. What is? This whole thing. I know I've been really weird lately, and there's just... I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I might have to make you a chart. I'm listening. Do you want me to take notes? I guess I should start from the top. So you know how Emma R is going to that fancy art school in California, right? Emma R? Not that one. The best friend?
Alright.
You got it. Wow, proud of you. Proud of myself. Anyways, ever since she got the acceptance letter, I've been feeling like she's drifting away, you know? And she's been spending a lot more time with Grace and Emma P. I just thought it was all in my head for a while, but then I found out from Rosie M that both the Emmas, Grace and Noah, went to a party in Mackenzie F's on the same night. They told me they were busy studying for the Calc AB final. Yikes.
Oh.
So, another important piece of information is, God, this is embarrassing. I, have a crush on Noah. I knew it. And, that's a thing. What? Whoa, I had no idea. I definitely didn't know that. Okay. You're a bad liar. So are you. I learned from the worst. Anyway, so the only person I told about the crush was Emma R, and she promised not to tell anybody. I didn't confront them about the party thing because I didn't want to start drama, so I just kept quiet and keep going about my business. Amanda sighs. And then one day I invite everybody to get nachos at the mall, and after not texting me back for like 2 hours, even though none of them ever put down their phones down for more like 60 seconds, they all say they're busy like simultaneously. So I tell them, never mind, I'll just eat nachos at home, right? We were out of chips and I really, really wanted nachos. Totally understandable. So I go to the mall anyway. I get to the food court and who would I see there but Grace, Emma P, Emma R, and Noah. All hanging out together and eating nachos. Without me. What? It gets better. I'm standing by the escalators watching them, and I realize that Noah has his arm around Emma R, which is kind of weird, right? But then they kiss. No. Yes, I know. So I storm over there. I'm like, hey. And Grace straps a nacho on her shirt because of course she does. And Emma R just like glares at me. Grace. Grace. Nothing is coming up. I don't know who that is. Grace is the, Did she poop the bed too? Gossipy one? I know!
Eh?
Thank God. Grace is the one nobody really likes. Or I guess that's me now. But anyway, nobody will say anything. I'm just like, you guys suck. Which I realize is not the most eloquent thing to say, but I was very angry. And really embarrassed, and I just wanted to get out of there. Poor Amanda. So I left. Without nachos, might I add, which only further contributed to the shitty day, and immediately drafted a super long text to the group chat, asking them why they've been so weird. And I wrote another one to MR asking how long the Noah thing's been going on. And sorry, I know that's a lot. You still following? I'm a little confused. What did MR say? Ooh, okay. Get a load of this. MR says, you know what? Let me just read it to you. Amanda pulls out her phone and reads, word for word, an arduously long string of text messages. Can you believe that? I cannot believe that. I care so much about Amanda's social life and mental well-being, but man, I do not understand what she's talking about. This is all beyond me, but I'm trying my hardest to be supportive. They were dating in secret for like months. So I told her that she's being a really terrible friend. And she's like, well, if you think I'm so terrible, then just stop being my friend. I was like, okay. And then she left me on red. And then, wait, left me on red? What's that? You know what that is, spicy boy. Oh, like she saw my message and didn't reply. And I know because there are read receipts. I don't know what read receipts are, but I'm just gonna nod and pretend I understand. Gotcha. So while this is all happening, I'm talking to Emma P about how mad I am because she's at least being kind of reasonable. And I'm venting to her about how pissed I am at everybody and stuff. And then out of nowhere, Noah texts me and is like, how can you say that about me? And I'm like, say what about you? And he tells me that Emma P sent screenshots of everything I told her to the group chat that I got kicked out of. Alright, I think you lost me at screenshots, but that definitely sounds bad. Man. There's so much more, but honestly, it's all just really stupid teenager stuff. The bottom line is that everybody dropped me, half of my grade hates me, and now I have no friends. Oh. How could they do that to her? It's awful. Amanda, I'm so sorry. I almost expected it from everybody else, but Emma's been there since Dad died. I can't believe she would just stab me in the back like that. I'm not even that mad that she's dating Noah. I'm just upset that she lied to me about it for so long. Amanda stabs at the remnants of her cake. Okay, I take it back. I'm kind of mad that she's dating Noah. Like, what did I do wrong? Why did everybody just suddenly decide I'm not cool anymore? Why wasn't I enough? I don't understand. And as mad as I am at everybody, like, I miss them, Dad. Amanda looks so dejected, I almost can't take it. What could I possibly say to help? Anyways, that's it. That's the whole sordid tale. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more hot gossip. Wow. I know it's pretty dumb. It's not dumb, Amanda. You're valid, Amanda. No, it's a stupid thing to be upset over. Amanda, your feelings are real. Yes, validate her. Don't ever be mad at yourself for having feelings. I guess. Unless you've secretly met a robot who's been approximating human feelings this whole time. Dad, if I were a robot, I would have transformed into a monster truck a long, long time ago. Me too. Me too, kid. But seriously, I know you probably don't want advice, but I feel like it's my duty as a dad to bestow upon you a few nuggets of fatherly wisdom. Few nuggets? Real friends don't do that. I like that. Plus, like, friends in high school, they mostly, like, leave you, or you leave them. When you get older, you start realizing the sort of people you want to associate yourself with. Do you really want to surround yourself with people who would do something like that to their friend? It takes a lot of work to find and maintain meaningful friendships. It took me a long time to figure that out myself, and I wish I had learned it sooner. If the other person isn't putting the effort in to show you how much they care, it's not worth it. You're not beholden to being their friend. Ultimately, I think this says way more about their character than it does about yours, because you're amazing. If they can't see that, well, that's their problem. I'll keep that in mind. I looked down at the table. Did we just eat that whole cake? God damn. Yes, we did just eat that whole cake. Well, good talk. Amanda gets up to go to her room. Before she closes her door, she turns around. Hey, Pops? Yes? Thank you. You're always welcome. Love you, Amanda.
I love you too, Dad.
Aw, that just melts my heart. That is such a lovable character.
You've got Dad.
Guess we're dating Robert again. I think I'm gonna play this cool this time. He's like ticked me down, what, twice now? I need some more from that, alright? Let's message him. Hell yeah. You know what they say about third dates, they get pretty serious. Are you sure this is your dream, Daddy? Hell yeah. Next, I'm gonna date Brian. And then, after that, maybe the barista guy? What's his name? Matt. I haven't heard from Robert in a while. I guess that's a good thing, but I can't help but kind of miss him. I'm about to go to sleep one night when I hear a knock on the door. Hello? Hey. I look behind me to make sure Amanda's not around. Oh, what do you want?
Hey.
I think you know. Yeah, okay. Give me 5 minutes. Robert winks at me. I swish some mouthwash, throw on a generous amount of deodorant, and put on some chapstick. Can't believe we're doing this again. I know he's just gonna treat me like garbage, but you know what? The sex is really, really good, so I think I'm okay with that. Robert and I go back to his place. And he kicks me out first thing in the morning. Not sure why I expected anything different. I walk home with a heavy heart. I climb back into my own bed, feeling more lonely than I have in a long time. Damn, now I feel bad. That was it? That was a date? Really got a date. Okay. Interesting. Whew. I think I have everything finally set up. Amanda should be here any minute now. I think that's her car in the driveway. Okay, gotta act natural. Be cool, spicy boy. Be cool. Amanda walks through the door with a suspicious look on her face. Hey, Dad. Off to a good start. Something fishy? Rats. Sorry, sweetie. It's the feds. That life of crime is finally catching up to you. I tried to send them in a different direction, but even I'm no match for the power and funding of the US government.
Ugh.
Well, they think they're gonna take me alive. they got another thing coming. I'm kidding. You're right. I have a little surprise for you.
Ugh.
Yeah, I can tell. You're very bad at lying. Amanda, my dear, would you care to join me in the kitchen? Father, it would fill my heart with glee. I lead Amanda over to the kitchen table where a present lies covered under a tablecloth. It's nothing special, but I wanted to get you a little something. You graduated high school last week, and I know you told me not to make a big deal about it, but... Oh, Dad, you... I dramatically whip the cloth off the table. Amanda's jaw drops.
Alright.
No way. I figure you probably won't be able to get cable in the dorm, so I thought it might be nice to take a piece of home with you. A DVD box set of Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Truckers. This is all 19 seasons. That's a long name to say. And bonus material, including commentary with actual ghosts featured on the show. Dad, I love this. Thank you. She gives me a big hug. I love big hugs. I'm glad you like it. Hey, you want to hang out with me in the backyard for a bit? Toss the old pigskin or something? Totally. I follow Amanda to the back door. What? All the dads are here. You told me not to make a big deal, but you seem to have forgotten my entire mission in my life is to make a big deal of your accomplishments. Oh. So consider this your graduation party. Surprise. Dad, everyone's here. Well, yeah, everyone wanted to come and support you.
Alright.
Is that a mac and cheese bar? Sure is, fully customizable, down to the type of mac. And there's an ice cream cake, the good kind with the crunchies in the middle.
Hey.
I don't know what to say. Don't say anything. Just go have fun with your pals, alright? I'm so proud of you, Amanda. Amanda smiles and runs to her friends. Robert, who is that? I just love my daughter. I should make the rounds and make sure everyone's having a good time. But first, mac and cheese. Spicy boy. Brian, you made it. Huh, I don't pass up on good mac. What do you think of the party? It's not bad. Just not bad? Yeah, it's not bad. Don't let him bait you. Don't let him bait you. Thank you for the lovely compliment. Daisy trots up. Hi, Amanda's dad. Hey, Brian's daughter. See how that feels? This is a really great party. Thank you so much for inviting us. You're very welcome, tiny child who knows how to pay a compliment. Brian and I lock eyes. This isn't over. Sure isn't. Hey, bro. Bro.
Oh.
He's a real rager, taking our older age into consideration. I'm trying to be in bed at a reasonable hour tonight. Don't let me get too wild.
Hey.
Don't worry, dude. I'll keep an eye on your fruit punch intake. You know, I'm really glad we're bros again. Me too, dude. Briar and Hazel peek out behind Craig. Aw. Hi, little ones. Hello. Hiya. Thank you for all that ice cream cake. Wait, girls, how much of that did you eat? Briar ate 4 pieces. Ask any witness. No, he didn't. Hazel ate 4 pieces and wanted to pin it on me because we look alike. I have your face. Nobody will ever believe you. Oh boy. I'll let you guys figure this out. Good seeing you, Craig. Let's hang out. Let's hang soon, yeah? We definitely will.
Hey.
Totally. Tell Amanda congrats for us. Looks like you settled into this neighborhood quite nicely. Yep, couldn't ask for a better cul-de-sac. Well, I'm glad. Hopefully we'll see you more at church events. We got a big schedule planned for the rest of the year. Sure thing, Joseph. And maybe if you aren't doing anything later, we could hang out sometime. Sure, Joseph. That'd be great. Well, see you later. Hugo comes up to me with a plate of mac and cheese.
Ah.
The perfect cheddar to mac ratio. Beautiful work, spicy boy. Thanks, Hugo. You know, I'm really pleased to see Amanda going to her dream school. I'm glad she turned it around for finals. Me too. That scholarship money will really help. What? Amanda walks by and pretends not to see Hugo. I thought it was glitched for a second. Amanda, come say hi to your old teacher.
Ah.
Hey! Congratulations on graduating. I know you're gonna do great things at art school. Haha, yeah, thanks. Amanda starts to back away. Wait, I just realized you're not my teacher anymore, so I don't have to be afraid of talking to you. You no longer hold power over me. You're right. Go forth, adult. I can no longer give you detention. Yeah, I'm gonna break anything I want, and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah. Are you still mad about that time I gave you detention for breaking my globe? Nope.
Oh.
And I'll have you know that the globe didn't even fit through the basketball hoop in the first place. So she'll fit into college just fine. Hey Robert, glad you can make it. Yep. Robert takes a sip of his drink. Why is he being so cool to me? Everything okay? Sure. Why won't you talk to me? I thought we had something. Come on, spicy boy. You know this was... You were an object to me the same way I thought it was an object to you. I figured we were on the same page here, at least from how you were acting. But I don't want to be in this if there are feelings involved. I got too much to deal with it as it is. I haven't even seen your kids, dude. Where are you? Where are your kids? Where are your children? I'll catch you around.
Oh.
Hey, man. Matt. Let me know when Amanda leaves for college. I'll have a fresh batch of Red Said banana bread ready for her. Thank you. I know she'll love that. What a splendid garden party. My deepest thanks for extending an invitation for my son and I. This icebox cake is divine. Yeah, thanks, dude. Good cake. Thanks for coming by. As the party starts to wind down, I take a seat on our back porch step. The sun is setting, and everyone seems to have eaten their fill. Amanda wanders over and sits down next to me. Killer party pops. What can I say? I was inspired. So, I also have something for you. For me? Why? Not to be completely genuine about my feelings once or anything, but growing up wasn't easy, but it could have been a lot harder if it wasn't for you. Dad, you've been there for me through everything. Not gonna cry. Not gonna cry. There's been times in my life where you were my only friend. I was really scared of going to college and being far away from you, but I realized that everything you've done for me has been to prepare me for this, and I'm ready. I wouldn't be who I am today without you. Don't cry. Don't cry, I swear to God, spicy boy, if you cry again. You're the best, Dad. I love you. And I'm crying. Anyway, that was enough emotional vulnerability for one day. Present time, Amanda hands me a tiny wrapped package. I tear the wrapping off to find a framed picture of me and Amanda. It's us. Kinda shocking all our photo albums are just pictures of me, huh? I figured we needed at least one together before I leave. Amanda, thank you. Watching you grow up has been the happiest experience of my life. You're such a talented, intelligent young woman, and I'm so excited to see what the future holds for you. Knock 'em dead, kid. Always do. Amanda and I share a hug. This is only the beginning, Pops. Plenty more memories for us down the road. Memories to make and stuff to break, right?
Dad.
Oh, I'm gonna break so much stuff, intentionally and unintentionally. You're probably gonna have to pay for most of it. It would be my honor. Amanda and I wave bye to the partygoers as they leave. We sit together and watch the sun slowly dip below the horizon. I'm glad you made some friends. Yeah. I know that's maybe not what you were looking for, but these people care about you. I love you, Dad. We'll always have each other. You're right. It's gonna be hard at first, but this is the next chapter in our story, and I would be nervous about it, but I know that you're always gonna be looking out for me the same way I'll be looking out for you. Team Sarian, Team Sarian. Alright, so I think the way this is gonna play out is, I'm gonna go back and get the good ending for Robert. And just so it's there. Then I'll go on to Brian's story, or Brian's dates, and then so on and so forth. So yeah, that was Dream Daddy. It was a really good game, really good writing. I've been following this game for like a month, 2 months now, since it was like announced or something. But yeah, really good game. Yeah, Dream Daddy. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I'll let the credits roll first before we get to Robert's ending. Okay, so we messaged Robert once. This is our first date, quotes. Just then my computer dings. Huh? What's that? Oh, you probably just got a message. Amanda and I walk over to the computer and check Dad book. It's a message from Robert. You up? What are you doing? What does that mean? What are you doing? What am I doing? You're just chilling. I'm just chilling. I type back, just chilling. Amanda deletes the G and hits send. Nice. It'll make you look cooler. A couple moments pass by, another message pops up.
Hey.
Wanna grab a drink? Hey, that means he wants to hang out. I know what that means, Amanda. It's kinda late.
Huh.
Come on, Pops, live a little. I am living with ice cream and traumatized toddlers. Well, it's your life, but I think you'd have a lot of fun tonight. You are trying to get to know the neighbors better, aren't you? Fine. I type back a message to Robert asking him for details, and he tells me to meet him at Jim and Kim's. Well, don't wait up for me. I never do. I throw on a nice jacket and run for the door. It's only a short walk to Jim and Kim's, and it's a beautiful night. I walk into the bar and see the usual crowd of barfleys drinking beer and watching sports. I spot Robert at the back of the bar and wave hi as I walk over. Hey man, how's it going? Hey buddy.
Hey.
Ahoy there, Skipper. Robert and Mary are here? Uh-oh. I brought Mary along. Figured we need a drinking buddy. Ah man, I was excited to get to know Robert a little better. Now I have to deal with this weird married lady making passes at me. Don't look so scared, kiddo. We're just having a drink. Yeah, speaking of which, I think it's time for the first round. What are you having? Whiskey. A dad after my own heart, huh? Oh. Guess he really liked that. Robert orders 3 shots of whiskey and passes them between us. Well, this wasn't how I expected my night to be going. What?
Hey.
Here's to bad decisions and relaxed moral values, fellas. What have I gotten myself into? We all knock back the shots. I almost choke on the whiskey as it burns down my throat. Holy hell, that was a kick. I look over at Robert and Mary, who seem like old pros at this. Robert grabs his jacket and throws it on. Let's get marching. What? The night's young, Chief. Come on. We're bar hopping. Bar hopping? Oh, alright. We leave the bar and start walking down the street. I still don't know this area of town very well, so I just follow Robert. So where are we headed? Irish Hour Drinking. It's an Irish pub. Okay. Good pun is the whiskey to my heart. Mary hates it. Puns are the lowest form of humor, spicy boy. Try harder. Ouch. Am I gonna be the butt of the joke all night? Jesus, Mary. Put your fangs away for a second. We walk into Irish Hour Drinking. The bar is pretty much the same as Jim and Kim's, except for the old-timey Irish memorabilia on the wall. Next round. What are you having? Whiskey hasn't failed me yet. Let's do it. I really like that. Robert orders 3 more glasses of whiskey and we post up in a garish green booth. Mary slides in and sidles up next to Robert, which makes me breathe a sigh of relief. Let's sip this one, why don't we? Suit yourself. Mary immediately downs her shot in 1 gulp and burps loudly.
Hey.
Now put a hair on your chest. You are truly a paragon of grace and beauty. Mary grabs my drink and sips on it. Hey. Spicy boy, be a dear and get us another round, will ya?
Hey.
I don't know how to process this evening at all. I go up and order another round of drinks from the bartender. As I head back, I see Mary and Robert having a lively conversation. Robert roars with laughter. I don't think I've ever seen the guy smile, letting alone laugh. I take a seat across the booth from them and pass out the drinks. So, Edith's kid snuck some pot brownies onto the table at last big sale, right? And I spot that little hemp sweatshirt gremlin in the act. So I go up to Edith with the baggie, and I'm about to tell her when all of a sudden she just freaks out at me. You're ruining the bake sale, she says. I should have been PTA president. Your roots are bad, and blah blah blah. So what do? I told her to have a brownie, and that everything was going to be fine. They both erupt in laughter. God damn. I politely follow along with the story. She ate 3. She definitely deserved that. More laughter. Okay, that was actually pretty funny. She called the cops and told them that time had stopped. Mary looks directly at me. Do you smoke weed? What?
Hey.
You know, the devil's lettuce. I have 2 big fat blunts in my purse right now. Wanna blaze? You with the feds? I worked hard for what I have, and no 2-bit corner boy is gonna drop the dime on me. So you take what you're pushing somewhere else, and I'll keep running my business the way I want to run. Is that a quote? What? Remember, you come at the king, you best not miss. Jesus, kid, dial it back. Robert giggles helplessly. You really like that. I'm just kidding, cowboy. Lay off the kid, Mary. He might not be used to your brand of humor. Fine, fine.
Hey.
We sit around and sip our drinks, people watching and cracking jokes. After a little bit of time, I begin to warm up to Mary. Her jokes become much funnier and much less scary. But it seems like she's not going anywhere anytime soon. I just wanted some alone time with Robert. I wonder if I could get her to leave somehow. How are we gonna get her to leave? Could you get the next round? You trying to ditch me, pal? No. Because if you're trying to ditch me, you can just tell me to scram. No, it's fine. Spicy Boy wants alone time with his new best buddy, Robert. Read you loud and clear. The wingman breaks formation to pursue their prey. Now, if you fellas will excuse me, Mary needs to sink her teeth into a helpless boy. Yikes. Go with God. Nice seeing you. Deuces, nerds. Mary gets up and saunters over to a younger-looking guy at the bar. She grows on you. Does she, though? I feel like she kind of delights in making men suffer. Well, she does. But what about her and Joseph? What about him? You know, they're married? She definitely tried to get in my pants the other night, and I gestured to her across the bar, where she's making goo-goo eyes at the young guy from before. It looks like he's being held hostage. Oh, that's just a thing she does. She's harmless. Tell that to the boy she's hanging off of. Poor kid looks like he's seen war. Robert lets out a hearty laugh. Hey, I got him to laugh. Oh man, you know I pegged you for one of those straight-laced types. Oh, don't worry, I got pretty wild back in my day. Still got a little wild in you? You know it. Robert orders a couple more rounds of shots. I gulp. What am I getting into? Think you can go shot for shot? There's only one way to look cool here. I grab the shot closest to me and down it. Robert looks impressed. He takes a shot and knocks it back. Where's this kid? That's one. So, what do I even talk about? He's so cool and he probably hates small talk. So how are things? I hate small talk. Okay. Too many people, and this isn't necessarily you, but too many people think that they have to fill the dead air with noise. Personally, I think they're afraid of the silence. Or they're afraid of what the other person is going to think of the silence. If you want some unsolicited advice, just learn how to be comfortable with silence. Nothing wrong with two people sitting in silence and drinking whiskey. Oh, alright. Robert and I sit in silence and drink whiskey. I take in the rest of the bar, patrons laughing, playing darts, spilling beer, Mary giving the hard sell to that young man, the young man pretending he got a phone call from one of his friends. Maybe silence is nice sometimes. Whoa, so, you ever kill a man? I choke on my drink. Excuse me? You know, watch the life drain from someone's eyes. It's not just their life, you know. It's their hopes and dreams draining away. Every memory and experience they've ever had. Gone. No. Great, me neither. Robert knocks back his shot and motions for me to do the same. I reciprocate. I'm just messing with you. Relax. I laugh nervously. Is he though? Or am I? I laugh nervously. Again. We sip more whiskey and people watch some more. Mary has her sights set on another man after the other one excused himself to the bathroom, and I soon crawled out the window. Gosh, this whiskey's hitting me hard. Gosh, this whiskey is hitting me hard. We're just so drunk we say what's on our mind. You betcha. Robert gets out of the booth, shouldering his jacket. Let's roll. Sorry, whiskey. Inside voices. Let's roll. Wait, what about Mary? Brother, Mary's just gonna be fine. Mary's gonna be just fine. I look over at Mary, who's lying on the bar in front of some poor sap. She's singing happy birthday to him, while he insists that it's not his birthday. Okay. We make our way out of the bar and back onto the street. I'm trying my hardest not to stumble, but man, that sidewalk is just coming right at me. I hope Robert doesn't notice me tripping over my own feet like this is the first time I've ever been drunk. Where to? You'll see. I follow Robert through street lamp spotlights until we eventually arrive at a rundown strip mall. There's a beauty salon, a sex shop, a computer repair store that looks like it's been closed for 10 years, and finally, a liquor store. Wait here, I'll be right back. After a minute, Robert returns with 2 wine bottles in brown paper bags. He hands one to me. Man, we're just getting wasted. Cheers. He sits on the curb and drinks. He motions for me to do the same. This is really not where I expected the night to go. I take a sip. What's infantile? What? Nothing. I just wasn't expecting... It's delicious, fruity, and refreshing. Don't judge me. Oh, he likes wine too? I start to say something. Think of his lecture about valuing science earlier, and stop. I sip on my wine and watch cars drive by. Let's throw rocks at shit. What? We're doing crimes. Crimes! Robert suddenly hurls a rock at a stop sign. The ding echoes throughout the empty parking lot. That felt good. He presses a stone into my free hand. Now you try. I don't know. With feeling. I look at the rock in my hand and look at the stop sign. Back at the rock, back at the stop sign. I know what has to be done. This one's for you, Pappy. I have unresolved resentment towards my father. I'm gonna express it through property damage. What? What just happened? Oh, the cops are after us. Dude, run. Sorry, just skip that. I leap up and dart into the nearest alley, wine in hand. I can hear Robert's footsteps behind me. After I'm sure I'm far enough away from the cracked window that I'm no longer culpable for this heinous crime, I stop to catch my breath. Maybe we strike rock throwing from the to-do list. Agreed. Suddenly, my stomach growls. Oh man, I'm starving. Let's get pizza. Can't argue with that. Where's good around here? Actually, I don't even care if it's good. Just needs to be edible and in my mouth in the next 5 minutes. I know just the place. I follow Robert through a maze of alleys and side streets until we eventually end up in the front of a tiny hole-in-the-wall pizza joint. The bright red neon sign reads, Pete's Pizza Pizza. That's hard to say. Ta-da! I can see a few exhausted-looking workers behind the counter tossing dough and pulling piping hot pizzas right out of a stone oven. My stomach rumbles again. We go up to the counter and get ready to order. Can I get 2 slices of Hawaiian pizza? Oh wait, Spicy Boy, you're cool with pineapple on your pizza, right? Oh god, can we save here? I'm gonna save. Of course, sure. We wait a minute for our pizza to come out of the oven. I'm practically drooling at the smell. The cashier hands us each a giant slice on a paper plate so saturated with grease that I'm worried it'll fall apart. We take our pizzas outside and wander through the alleyways as we eat. I take a bite. It's absolutely delicious. Pineapple is truly the best pizza topping. You said it. Man, I feel way better now. You and me both. We hear noise coming out of a slightly ajar door in the alleyway. Robert looks at me excitedly. Got any more of that wild in you? I'm so tired. You betcha. You betcha. Robert and I slide the door and peek inside. It's completely dark except for some flickering light. We slowly creep forward, cautious not to be heard or seen. Shh, we're sneaking into a movie theater? No way. Don't shush me so loud. Shh. We come to the end of the hallway and find ourselves standing in front of a movie screen. Oh, this suddenly makes sense. Did we really just sneak into a movie theater like a couple of teenagers? No talking during the movie. We look into the audience and are surprised to find that it's almost completely empty, save for a row of a few teenagers in the front. They look annoyed when they notice us. Robert starts making his way to the very back of the theater, and I follow him. We settle in with our wines and try to make sense of this movie. It's a rom-com, I think. A young man is frantically trying to get through New York to find the woman that he's finally realized he's in love with. Kiss already. There's nobody to kiss yet. You wanted to kiss the taxi driver? Hell yeah. I love him. Alright, the kids down the way notice us heckling. One of them speaks up. Hey man, keep it down. Oh damn, that's Ernest Hemingway. Here goes kid. Ernest. Hey Ernest, I know you. It's me, your neighbor. Hi. Ernest turns back around, embarrassed. Yeah, we got him. I turn back to Robert. He kiss anyone yet? Turns out that yes, he did kiss someone. He made his way out to a tiny island near New York to profess his love for a woman who for some reason he knew would be there. She tells him that they hit the jackpot. He says they had. But I think there was some subtext I'm missing here. Boo, love is dead. Shut up, it's beautiful. No, you shut up. Ernest grumbles. The credits start to roll. I stand up. Robert immediately pulls me back down. Hundreds of people worked very hard to make this film happen, and you're gonna sit here and appreciate them. He wants me to watch the credits? Okay. Look at that. Elizabeth Shelton. She worked really hard. I bet she did lots of good wardrobe design. Thank you, Elizabeth Shelton, for this beautiful film-going experience. And Peter Anders, catering. Fed a bunch of people so that they could have the energy to do their jobs. What a guy. We let the credits roll, while Robert individually thanks every member of the crew. Once it's finally over, and he makes sure no animals were harmed in the making of this film, we leave the movie theater. He's quite a guy. We stumble into the theater parking lot, polishing off the rest of our wine. Hey assholes. Out of nowhere, a rock flies through the air and hits me on the knee. My knee, what the hell? Ernest and his friends stand in the alleyway, blocking our exit. Ooh, uh-oh. Oh, what do you guys want? Why do you go and throw a rock at my knee? This is my good knee. My orthopedist is gonna be pissed. Ernest tosses another rock up and down in his hands. What's wrong with this kid? You ruined my theater-going experience. Now you have to pay. Oh, well, I don't have any cash on me right now, and like, movies got really expensive. Ernest hucks another rock at my other knee. Excuse me. I'm able to jump out of the way, but I didn't properly stretch before physical activity, and I'm probably gonna feel super sore in the morning. We ruined it for you? That movie was pretty crappy in the first place. Hey, you take that back. That was a beautiful love story with really genuine acting. You call that good acting? What classicist mainstream slop have you been served your entire life? What? Have you ever even seen any Michael Powell? A Matter of Life and Death, 1946? Easily the toughest 5 minutes of love you'll ever witness. Listen, man. No, you listen. That popcorn-ass drivel the mass media is shoving down your throat will only make you dumber and sadder. You of all people should strive for a higher standard in the art you consume. Your name is Ernest Hemingway, for Christ's sakes. Oh no, now you've done it. Ernest rushes Robert, screaming like a banshee. Ah! I dive between Ernest and Robert, trying to stop the kid. He lunges forward, kicking me as hard as he can at my knee. Oh no, my other knee. Fuck, my knee! Robert gets in between Ernest and myself. It's as if he's seeing red. Fuck, my fucking knee hurts. Alright, buddy. Talk like punk, get hit like a punk. Robert squares up into a boxer stance. Queensberry rules. 3-minute rounds with 1-minute rests in between. No low blows, fish hooks, J grabs, or high blows. What? And don't even think of pulling a legal turnstile. That's an automatic deduction of 3 points. You have to designate a second if you're unable to fulfill your role as main duelist. One of your friends over there looks like he has enough youthful vivacity to handle it. Hey man, I don't want to get dragged into this. That movie sucked. It's too late. You two are bloodbound. If he dies, you die. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Talk to Queensberry. We're just gonna go. Ernest and his friends warily back away. Robert calls after them. The Queensberry Association will hear about this. Consume better content. Once the teens are safely out of earshot, Robert turns to me. Were you about to actually fight that kid? Are you kidding me? I would never hit a child. That would be despicable. You throw the rules at them, though. They always bolt. Nobody wants a Queensberry section throwdown. But full disclosure, I made half of that up. Wow. See, you don't even have to know the rules. You just make them up. Come on, let's get out of here. Robert and I cool down a bit as we walk back into the neighborhood. So sorry. I get into the art of filmmaking when I drink. It's okay. I think it's cool how much you like movies. To be honest, I don't know a lot about them myself. Buddy, I got so much to show you. You ever see any Sam Fuller? I haven't. Fuller's Cash. Thanks for defending my honor. Let's save. It's a little strange when you say it that way, but sure, why not? Robert throws an arm around my shoulder and we drunkenly belt our tunes all the way back. We finally get to his doorstep. Man, we're out all night. This was an interesting night. I liked it. A smile forms on his cheeks. A rare sight. Let's hang again soon, yeah? Yeah. I linger there for a second. Swaying drunkenly into the night breeze, Robert claps me on the shoulder. Night, bud. Robert heads back inside and I stumble my way back home. Alright. What do we got? An S. That's exactly what we need.
Dads.
Alright, we're gonna get ready for our next date with Robert. Go ahead and message him. I decided to send one last message, figuring that this will produce the same result. Okay, I walk away from my computer because at this point, I know he's not messaging me back anytime soon. Okay. I decide to check Dad book one last time before I climb to bed. Alright, so we're getting ready for next date with Robert. Still nothing from Robert. Huh, hope he's okay. I'm actually having fun with these dates. They're cool. They're a little hard though. So I'll make sure to save frequently on our other dates with the other dads. I turn out the lights and lie down. Yeah, hey, spicy boy. Alright. He's outside. What is that? I was just on the verge of falling asleep. I climb on a bed and try to identify the source of the dinging. My computer screen illuminates the dark room. I walk over to it, ready to turn it off when I notice what's happening on screen. Don't make me honk. I will honk. Get out here. He's outside? I look out my window and sure enough, there's Robert leaning against his pickup truck in my driveway. I open my door and try to figure out what's going on. Hey. Hey? Wanna hang? I was kinda sleeping. That's no fun. Sleeping's fun. Come hang out. I would argue that sleeping is very fun. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Spicy Boy. You always got my back. But I don't have to be anywhere in the morning. Might as well live a little. Sure.
I don't know.
Cool. You plan on going out like that? I look down and realize that I am, in fact, not wearing pants. Nice. I mean, I don't mind. Right, 1 second. I run inside and throw on my going out pants, shoes, and a jacket. I grab my keys and meet Robert back outside. Ready? Ready. Hop in. I jump into the passenger seat of his old red pickup truck. I have to move a few empty cigarette packets and gas station receipts out of the way before I can sit. Robert silently starts the car, and we drive out of the cul-de-sac. You like Tom Waits? Man, this is really shaky. Hoist that rag, baby. Before I can answer, Robert turns up the radio. Yep, that's Tom Waits alright. He lights the cigarette and cracks the windows. We drive together in silence. Nice stickers. And hula girl. So, where are we going? Robert doesn't respond. Robert? Oh, I heard you. He still doesn't answer my question. I look out the window and notice Robert's taking us to the highway. I twiddle my thumbs. Well, whatever I got myself into, it looks like I'm in it for the night. I settle into my seat and watch streetlights pass by. I glance over to Robert, who's driving intently. He looks tired, as he always does, but there's something a bit more that I just can't place. Say nothing. Yeah, he likes that. I remember what Robert said about hating small talk and decide to keep my mouth shut. He notices me staring. Stop looking so nervous. I'm not nervous. I'm a little nervous. Just hang on. We're almost there. Almost where? I have no idea where we are. I think we're moving at a slight incline, but I'm not so sure. We eventually come out to a stop. Robert gets out of the car and I sit for a second, unsure if he wants me to get out too. What are you waiting for? I hastily exit the car. Robert sits on the bed of his truck and pats the space next to him. I sit down and take in the view. Oh man, that's beautiful. We're on a hill overlooking the city skyline against the bay. The cool night air rushes some trees near us as lights blink in the distance. Off to the side I can see an entrance to a dense forest. Man, it's all so gorgeous. This is where I come to masturbate. What? I'm kidding. What's wrong with you? This is my little spot where I come to think. It's nice. You can see the whole city from up here. Really gives you some perspective. Robert reaches behind him and pulls something out from under his jacket. It glints in the moonlight and I suddenly realize what it is. Oh shit, that's a knife. Oh. Please don't stab me. Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small piece of wood. Please don't stab me with that either. Robert takes the knife to the piece of wood and starts carving at it. Oh. I breathe a very audible sigh of relief as Robert looks at me sideways. Did you think I was going to stab you just now? What? No. Hate to break it to you, but I did, in fact, bring you out here to harvest your organs. Cool. I'm okay with that. Play along? Yeah, well, you think you got me in your trap, but I knew. For years I've been putting the most vile junk food in my body in preparation for this day. Come at me, friend. Reap what you will. 2 steps ahead of you at all times. That's how I operate. Nothing gets past you, huh? Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a folding knife that he opens and hands to me. I'm gonna warn you, the last guy had a knife fight with the last 3 fingers because he didn't know the 8 basic rules of knife fighting. They were familiar, correct? I honestly can't tell when you're kidding. I'm on so many levels of irony deep that I've forgotten what humor is. He and I laugh. Have you ever whittled before? Considering I'm not a grandpa, no. What do you mean by that? Well, I just thought that you would have a block of wood shipped to you along with your first social security check. Spicy boy, I'll have you know that whittling is a time-honored tradition enjoyed by both young and old alike. That you're dismissing it before you even tried it speaks volumes about your character. However, because I've gotten to know you for some time and have come to think of us as friends, I'm willing to attribute it to ignorance instead of malice. What I'm trying to say is, go get that stick. Robert motions to a good-looking stick on the ground, perfect for potential whittling. I pick it up. The most important thing to remember while whittling is to cut with the grain, not against it. If you cut against the grain, the wood is going to splinter. Isn't the most important thing safety? No. Getting hurt comes with the territory. Look at my damn hands. I look at his damn hands. They're calloused and covered in little white scars. They are very nice hands. You can't make a stick omelet without breaking a few hand eggs. What? What just happened? While I'm distracted, the knife slices into my thumb. Blood gushes over my little wooden carving. Robert is lost in carving and doesn't notice me bleeding everywhere. Am I gonna die here? Robert still doesn't notice. Robert, I'm dying. I'm bleeding to death. Robert finally looks over. He reaches into his jacket again. Jesus, how much stuff does this guy keep in there? And pulls out a red bandana. He wraps it around my thumb. Hold tight. He hops off the truck and I hear him rummaging around his car. He comes back a moment later with a well-stocked first aid kit. Robert carefully wipes off all the blood off with my hand and swipes a bit of antiseptic on the cut. With surprising gentleness, he places a bit of gauze on the wound and wraps it all up. You okay? He's actually nice. Yeah, I'm good. He hands me what's left of the tube of antiseptic. Make sure to keep that cut clean. It's oddly touching and a little sexy. I guess I'm a real whittler now. That you are. Be careful though. They're attracted to the smell of blood. Wait, what? What's attracted to the smell of blood? Cryptids. 10 of them out there, you know? Cryptids? Like Mothman and stuff? Mothman is bullshit, but yeah, this town's a hotbed for cryptozoological occurrences. You're joking. Oh, how I wish I were. I'm a skeptic myself, or at least I thought I was. There are things in these woods that we can't possibly comprehend. I think about my entire time in the city. Aside from the occasional stray coyote, I don't think it's too bad. You ever hear of the Dover Ghost? I have, actually. I don't think so. Well, let me tell you a story. I was out in the woods here on a weekend camping trip with Betsy. You don't know Betsy, but she's a big pup, pit bull. Real intimidating. I feel safe around her. First night goes without incident. I get some solitude. Betsy gets to pee with it wherever she wants. All good stuff. Second day, I get the idea into my head that I can hike deeper into the woods. Probably against my better judgment, but hey, we're just having a fun camping trip, right? So me and Betsy start marching in the morning. It gets a little late and we set up camp, but it's different this night. Real quiet. I can't hear the birds, the crickets, the squirrels, nothing. Dead silent. Then it happens. I hear the most unholy growl I've ever heard in my life. Right outside my tent. Me and Betsy, we go to investigate. We look around the clearing, nobody's there. There's this feeling. Not sure if I can quite describe it. I know something, is watching us. Betsy, though, she's scared. Never seen her like that. And when she's scared, I know what I should do, what I should be too. And then I see it in the distance. A man. But if something that didn't know what a man was supposed to look like made it, it just looked wrong. Big. Arms too long for its body. Black eyes. Just stood there and stared at me. Then it disappears. I hear one yelp from Betsy. I turn around to check on her, but she's gone. Into thin air. I didn't sleep at all in my tent that night, and I don't think I've slept right since. That's terrible. Wow, Robert. So sorry. They say that if you listen closely on quiet nights just like tonight, you can hear the howl of the Dover ghost. Oh shit. Oh shit. A howl resonates through the woods. It doesn't sound like a regular howl. It's so guttural. Even from that far away, something about it makes my skin crawl. Okay, Robert, real funny. I turn to look at Robert. He's white as a sheet. This is not good. You're messing with me, right? I was messing with you up until literally just now. Screw you. Damn it. I totally made that camping story up. I strained my eyes to scan the forest line, trying to see where the howl originated from. Off in the distance, I see something. It's so far away, I barely can make out its shape. But it looks human, but it's dragging something. Do you see that? We should go.
Really?
Robert and I slowly back away and get into the trunk. It turns off his headlights and we make a slow crawl away back onto the road. I'm too scared to look back. What was that?
Whoa, whoa.
The Dover ghost, I guess. I chuckle nervously. This time he doesn't seem like he's messing with me. with me. Or maybe someone illegally dumping garbage on Wildlife Preserve. Yeah, that's the story we'll tell ourselves. This guy's really into cryptids. We sit in silence for a while longer, the fear of whatever that was slowly subsiding as we get closer to the city. Thanks for coming out. This was fun. Sorry I haven't been in touch. I've just been in a way lately. I had to get out of the house. What's wrong with him? Had to be around somebody. You doing okay, man? Robert thinks for a second and lights another cigarette.
Hey.
Been doing a lot of thinking. It takes a long drag. As I get older, I feel more and more that I'm just drowning in the sea of regret. I was so busy chasing after these things that I thought would make me happy that I didn't think about anyone else. All I cared about was myself. I didn't even think. Robert stops. I wait for him to finish his thought, but he just stares at the road. Maybe I'm just built like this. Or maybe I do it to myself. Maybe it's my own choice that I'm as unhappy as I am. I try to think of something to say. I remember all the times in my life when I've been sad, and there's a great many of them, but there was always a light at the end of the tunnel. Something I held on to that kept me going. There's something so resigned about the way Robert's talking. I'm glad you told me. Let's save here. Must have taken a lot for you to want to tell somebody this. You're a mysterious guy, Robert, but you don't have to be. Do you ever wish you were a better father? I think about it for a second. All the time. You can read all the parenting books you want, but nothing will ever prepare you for raising a child. There's so much stuff I regret, or wish I could have done better, but I don't have the answers. I don't know if anyone does. It's funny. I look at you in your relationship with your daughter, and it seems perfect. It isn't.
Oh.
At least you're there for her. I stare out the window, the blur of passing trees. Oh man. I just hope I'm a better father to my kid than my dad was to me. What did your dad do? It's more about what he didn't do. He was quiet, stoic. Don't think he ever once told me that he loved me. He cared more about his work than he ever did about me or my mom.
Oh?
Do you hate him? No, I used to, but after I became a parent, I just kind of feel bad for him. He missed out on my whole childhood. When I think about all the happiest moments in my life, they're all with Amanda and Alex, and he just wasn't there. It hurt like hell when I had to leave him to die in that Belarusian prison.
Huh?
What? He was in Belarus? What? I turn around and smile at him. No, he's retired in Florida with my mom. We go there every Christmas. We both break out into laughter. He pats me on the shoulder. We drive the rest of the way in silence, listening to the radio and watching the bright lights of the city grow bigger. Robert drops me off at my place. As I'm about to close the passenger door, I realize that I still have Robert's pocket knife in my jacket. I pull it out and offer it back to him. You hold on to that. Never know when he might need it. Night, Robert. Have a safe drive home. It's only like a few feet away. Robert smirks, then pulls away. He then immediately pulls into his driveway, which is one over from mine. He gets out and waves. That's awkward. I tiptoe into the house, careful not to wake Amanda up. Whoa, where'd you come from? I look around and spot Amanda coming out from the kitchen with a glass of water. I thought you were sleeping. Oh, Robert woke me up to go cryptid hunting. You know the Mothman is bullshit, right? Amanda, you know what? It's fine. I think about the conversation I had with Robert in the car as Amanda starts walking towards her room. Hey, Amanda? She stops. I love you. It's weird when you say it outright and sincerely like that, but I love you too. Night. I chuckle to myself, then finally decide to go to bed. What are we at?
Uh-oh,
An
where'd my
ass.
pants go?
Got dads.
Alright, time for our third date with Robert. I'm sure. I haven't spoken to Robert since that night we drove out to his thinking spot. He seems unusually somber then, like more so than the usual amount of somber that Robert is, which is already a lot. I've been thinking about him and hope he's doing okay, but I've been a little reluctant to reach out to him. Spicy boy. Hey, Spicy boy. Guess who's getting their drink on tonight? I take a look at my dad book messages. There's a flurry of them from Robert. Yes, it's you. Also me, but mostly you. Yeah, dude. I type back to Robert. Robert, buddy, tonight we ride. Meet me at Gym and Kim's at 8 p.m. Not that I'm unappreciative, but I think this is the first time that Robert's given me more than an hour's warning before hanging out. Okay, Amanda. Amanda pops her head into the hallway, music I don't recognize blaring from her room. What's up? I'm hanging out with Robert later tonight. Okay, cool. Robert, who is my friend. I have friends. I'm happy for you, Dad. People enjoy my company, Amanda. Dad, I'm so happy for your continued development as a human being. What are you listening to? Sad shit. Amanda, you know what? You're an adult now. I gave an earnest effort for all 18 years of life. Go forth and swear. Fuck yeah. I really hope I don't regret this later. and it goes back into her room and turns up the volume on her sachet. Sorry. I put on my going out coat and walk over to Jim and Kim's. I spot Robert leaning against the brick wall, smoking a cigarette. As I get closer, I realize that he looks a little different. Cleaner, I guess. It actually seems like he combed his hair, and his clothes are a little less wrinkled than usual. Hey, you take a shower just for me? I'm working on my relationship with existence. We both stand there for a second and don't say anything. Robert finishes his cigarette and abruptly goes inside. I follow him. By the time I get inside, Robert's already at the bar ordering 2 whiskeys. I spot a booth in the back and claim it for us. Robert slides in and hands me a glass. To us. To toast. That's safe. Yes. To us. Or to you. Here's to your continued existence. We clink whiskeys, and I watch him sip his, rather than his traditional approach of slamming the whiskey back as quickly as possible. So what's the plan for tonight? Hit some other bars, maybe grab some pizza. I think that'll kill time before we go burn down that old abandoned house in the woods. It's definitely not as fun if it's abandoned.
Hey.
Mary pops over from the back of the booth, a glass of wine in her hand. She punches Robert in the shoulder. Where's my phone call? Sorry. Figure you were busy sinking your teeth into some poor sap. I am. He's right here. I look around the booth to see a guy sitting across from her. He waves meekly. He replacing me with the new kid? Mary, I could never replace you, whether I wanted to or not. Mary leaves her booth and slides in next to Robert. The guy she was sitting with looks mildly relieved. She eyes Robert's clean-pressed clothes up and down suspiciously. What? Do you got a court date coming up? He'd never convince a jury. He would have had to shave first. Seriously though, what's up with you? Robert stares down at his drink, suddenly looking serious. It's Pappy. Doctors say it's cirrhosis of the liver. I told that old bag of bones to quit it with the sauce, but it's all he's ever known. Especially since Ma's gone. That's why I invited you out tonight. Just didn't want to be alone. Oh. Oh, come on. Spicy boy, don't be an asshole. You know, the one thing Robert doesn't joke about is his Pappy. Whoops. They're giving him 2 months. I gotta help him straighten out his affairs. Robert, I'm so sorry. Robert takes a long look at his whiskey, eyeing it in the dim glow of the bar's lights. I look at his life, then I look at mine, and I know history is just doomed to repeat itself. Oh my god. I'm just kidding. He's retired with his new girlfriend in Acapulco. They watch the sunset every night, probably screw like donkeys. Wait, aren't rabbits the one who screw a lot? Oh, sorry. Didn't realize you were an expert on which animals screw a lot.
Come on.
Please stop saying the word screw. Robert finishes his drink and slides away from him. He gets up out of the booth. Me and Spicy Boy are gonna hit the bricks. You coming with? Mary casts one last glance at the sad sap she's been hunting and downs the rest of her wine in one gulp. This place is dead anyways. Okay, I guess we're going with Mary. We exit the bar and find the typically empty street filled with a small crowd of people. At the front is a guy with a really deliberate attitude and bad posture. He carries a lantern that he shines up at his face for dramatic effect. What's going on? Looks like it's one of those walking ghost tours. They do that in this part of town all the time. I've always wanted to do one of those. You know, those stories are fake, right? Pretty much all my stories are fake. This is research. Robert makes a beeline towards the back of the group. He turns around and when he notices I'm not following him. Come on. We can't just crash it, can we? Don't be such a square, spicy boy. Just act like you belong. Robert sidles up to the tour group. I reluctantly fall into step behind him. Well, here goes nothing. Hey, it was in this place in 1694 that the most infamous witch trials were held. Today, we do not know if the people burned at the stake were actually witches, but it's widely reported that their ghosts still haunt this hapless dive bar to this very day. It was actually 1692. What? And the site was over by the coffee shop down the road. I'm sorry, who are you? Daniel McSturgis, the ghost historian. And this is my colleague, Dr. 80s reference? Save. This is hard. 80s reference. Dr. Loomis, paranormal investigator extraordinaire. We're touring America's most haunted locations as research for our new book. You may have seen our guest cameo on Paranormal House Hunters Extreme Edition. A couple people in the group start nodding. Man, Robert's good at this. Are you guys part of the group? I don't remember seeing you at the first stop. We like to keep it low profile. Easier to catch ghosts that way.
Hey.
They've definitely been here. Been standing next to them the whole time. Thank you, random lady who I do not know.
Hey.
As I was saying, the epicenter of paranormal activity can be found at the Coffee Spoon, over there. The man who runs it has been plagued by hunting since he signed the lease. Damn near driven him mad. But whatever you want to say is cool, I guess. It's your door. Man, didn't know that about Matt. It's not true. Wait, Robert's making this up. Duh. The rest of the tour group listens intently to Robert's every word. I think the tour guide can tell that he's losing the group. He seems to be getting flustered. Thank you for your contribution and knowledge, Mr. McSturgis. Let's move on to the next haunted location. Robert, Mary, and I follow the group down the street. That tour guide shirt is cool. Yeah, everyone in the group gets one if we make it to the final location. Really? I turn to Robert and grab him by the shoulders. I need that t-shirt. Well, guess we're in this for the long haul then. Just follow my lead. Don't arouse too much suspicion. And we'll have cool ghost shirts in no time. Okay. One group arrives at an old, decrepit, colonial-style house. A quick pause in the tour. My name is Quinn, but most people on Ghost Tour Circuit call me Tourmaster Quinn. I'm a DJ, trivia master, and part-time actor. I do private ghost hunting events, birthday parties, MC bar mitzvahs, and perform traditional vaudevillian mime work. Tourmaster Quinn gives out headshots to all of us. His resume is on the back. Nice. Stage comeback experience. Anyway, here's a little bit of history for you all. This was a house of noted American author Dorothy Pembridge, whose prose was widely popular in the late 19th century. It was in the attic of this very home, where she wrote such classics as The Diaries of a Victorian Mistress, Lady Fitzwilliam's Courtship, and The Ghost of Sea Captain Reginald Barclay. She unfortunately died of consumption. Is that tuberculosis? Shortly after the turn of a century, but several people have reported that on some nights you can see a light from the attic, where the ghost of Miss Pembridge continues work on her latest bestseller. I guess you could say that she was consumed by her work. No reaction from the crowd. This guy needs to work on his dad jokes. Is he even a dad? Actually, consumption is the popular cover-up. Little known fact is that it was a murder-suicide. I'm pretty sure she died of consumption. Sure. And we definitely didn't hire Stanley Kubrick to elaborately fake the moon landing. That's the watered-down, censored version they teach you in school. But if you can't handle the real story, I understand. It's not for the faint of heart. Can we... I think everyone would much rather hear what this world-renowned ghost historian has to say. Right, everybody?
Hey.
The group murmurs in agreement. This is a topic we cover extensively in our book. Dr. Loomis, would you care to tell the story? Okay. Riff something highbrow? Damn. Keep saving. Ah, yes. Though it's rarely covered in traditional textbooks, Dorothy Pembridge was caught in a fierce rivalry. Rivalry? Can't say that. What the heck? With fellow local author Arthur Livingston Price. Arthur's books were blatant rip-offs of Pembridge's work, and consistently sold better. Pembridge was enraged by this, and confronted Livingston Price at his home with plans to end his life. Their bitter feud surprisingly blossomed into a torrid, passionate affair. After many months of secret courtship, Pembridge followed through with her original plan and poisoned Livingston Price in his sleep. Overcome with an unexpected grief, Pembridge polished off the last of the poison and died by her lover's side. Reports say that couples who enter this house will no doubt doom their relationship to a bitter end. Man, I should bring my wife here. The entire tour group laughs heartily. I'm kidding. My wife is dead. The crowd gasps. She was killed by a ghost. The crowd gasps again. I'm just messing with you guys. A nervous chuckle ripples through the crowd. This guy's humor is pretty quick. The tour guide sees this as an opportunity to take back the group and addresses us with some razzle-dazzle. What an interesting story. Now I just want everyone to know that the next location is extremely terrifying. If anyone thinks they can't handle it, feel free to excuse yourselves. Alright, on board. Mary turns to a young guy looking at his phone and taps him on the shoulder. Hey kid, fancy buying a gal a drink? The guy looks up at her and smiles. Only if the bar is haunted. Honey, I can show you the most haunted place in town. I think I could exorcise your demons, if that's what you're looking for.
Ah.
Don't write checks your dick can't cash, kid. His eyes go wide. Mary salutes me and Robert. Okay, she's gone. She suddenly pulls me into a hug and murmurs into my ear. When you've known Rob for as long as I have, you know when something's wrong. Keep an eye on him for me tonight, okay? Sure, Mary. Good man. Mary pats me on the back and pulls away. She takes the guy's hand and leads him down the street. Guess Mary likes me now. Take it sleazy, fellas. God help that poor soul. Mary or the kid? Both. Our last stop, this burial ground, is such a hotbed of horrifying paranormal activity that I'm not even sure where to begin. There's the wailing ghost of the Wharfman, the vampire of Maple Bay, and the children of the moonlight. What about the Dover ghost? By this point, the tour guide is clearly irritated with us. What about it? Oh, nothing. I just think it would be a crime to come all this way to this cemetery, the actual origin of one of New England's most notorious paranormal entities, and not even mention this infamous Dover ghost. Ugh. That's not a real thing. That is absolutely not a real thing. I think someone needs to brush up on their paranormal history. I know tons about paranormal history. I know every ghost story in this area. I can guarantee there's one you don't know. Robert looks over at me and smiles. Would you folks care to hear the tale of how Loomis and I met? No. The entire group shusses the tour guide. Okay, fine, tell the story. Well, it was a dark and stormy night. I wasn't always a paranormal investigator. Way back when I was just a traveling grifter. Save here. Moving from town to town, always looking for my next mark. It wasn't an easy life, but I had fun. Taking from the rich, giving to the poor. Actually, I was also taking from the poor. I had a shaky moral foundation. I happened upon the quiet town of Maple Bay quite by accident. But little did I know that this city has a dark side. Now, about the same time, I was just starting out as apprentice to a rather famous ghost hunter who was an old family friend of mine. I carried the equipment, operated the EVP machine, all that. Wait. Yes. Who was the famous ghost hunter?
Hey.
Well, I don't need like to name drop, but Georgia Mathers. The tour group gasps. Georgia Mathers? She's a legend. You know her? Knew her. Amazing woman. Died mysteriously. Miss you, Georgie. Anyway, we were in Maple Gate. Okay. Anyway, we were in Maple Bay investigating some reports of strange lights and sounds coming from cemetery late at night. Now, we'd been warned by the old crypt keeper that this place was highly dangerous, but Georgia was never one to shy away from adventure. We camped out in the center of the cemetery for 3 nights straight. We endured your so-called wailing watchman. Wailing ghost of the wharfman. Whatever. Your stupid vampire was just a teenager in a mask. But the Dover ghost? Man, tell him, Lewis. So there I was, just walking back to my hotel after a long day of, working a couple of short cons. Classic pigeon drop scam. Putting out feelers for a ripped deal. I was gonna steal a baby probably. Would have made me rich. I found myself walking past this very cemetery. Now, I was never a very superstitious man, but something seemed off. I could hear some sort of commotion happening deep within the graveyard, and I felt compelled to investigate. And thank God you did. Georgie and I were conducting a seance in the mausoleum. At first, things were pretty normal, but after an hour, everything went south. Playing back the EVP meter, we were able to hear a single word. Run. The air suddenly went cold. Something was very, very wrong. I just knew we weren't alone. We started to hear this faint, distant scraping sound, like something being dragged across the ground. It got louder and louder until it was deafening, some kind of demented howl. And then I felt it. Something, grabbing my ankle. Robert has the whole crowd, hook, line, and sinker. You could hear a pin drop. I've only cried twice in my life. One was at the birth of my daughter. The other was when that thing started dragging me. I wasn't sure where it was taking me, but I knew it was no place I wanted to go. I was sure I was going to die. The moment I crossed the gate into the cemetery, I heard this god-awful screeching. I ran to the mausoleum just in time to see a man being pulled across the floor by... God, to this day, the mere thought of it ties my stomach into knots. It looked like a man, but like... I glanced at Robert. Like someone who didn't know what a man was supposed to look like, tried to put one together. The arms were too long. Its eyes glowed red. It was like a walking shadow. What did I do? What any good person would do. I lunged for... Shoot, what is his fake name again? Daniel? Fuck. Keep saving. It's gotta be Daniel. Daniel. I grabbed his hand and entered into a tug-of-war with the unholiest of forces. I thought I was gonna be torn in half. But I had God on my side. The pocket Bible I always kept on me fell out of my shirt pocket, and to this day I can remember what passage it opened up to. Ah, crap. Revelations? Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. I have no idea where Robert pulled that verse from. With a horrifying growl, the entity finally relented. Daniel and I collapsed onto the ground, exhausted. We were both covered in blood. That damn creature clawed into my chest, got me real good. Had to get 16 stitches. Robert pulls down the collar of his shirt to reveal a long, wicked scar across his pecs. And that's how I get the scar. I followed Georgia Mathers to the ends of the earth. We faced exorcisms, demons, poltergeists that threw our equipment across the room. But I had never seen Georgia so scared. She was never the same after that, and neither was I. Watching what happened to Daniel and Georgia shook my faith, but I came out of that experience a better man and a better friend. And we've been brothers ever since. The tour guide gives us a round of applause as Robert and I share an emotional hug. As he embraces me, I can smell the cologne on his neck. Wow, Robert does clean up good. I found myself lingering a little too long on the hug. The tour guide seems to have bought it. He's even wiping a tear from his eyes. Thank you, thank you. It's an honor to be able to share a story. Be sure to watch out for a book. I saw a demon. Which should I pick? I saw a demon. Robert has to suppress a laugh at that one. Well, I think you both definitely earn your t-shirts. The tour guide hands us the coveted t-shirts. He then slips us both his business cards and leans in close. If you guys are never in need of a professional actor, balloon animal artist, Elvis impersonator, or nude model, please don't hesitate to contact me. You got it, buddy. After a couple of tours take selfies with us, we split away from the group and walk home. That was incredible. I really can't believe they bought all of that. Didn't know you had it in ya, spicy boy. Excuse me, Dr. Loomis. That bit about the pocket Bible was aces, although giving the Dover ghost glowing red eyes was a little cliche. And the Kubrick conspiracy theory a bit wasn't? All part of the character. Well, we got the shirts out of it. We arrive in front of Robert's house. Wanna have a drink? Is that even a question? Robert, how long have you known me for? Do you really think I would turn down the opportunity to share a fine alcoholic beverage with my treasured friend, and accomplished Mr. Bobbert Small? If you ever call me Bobbert again, I'll kick you right in the shins, both of them. Then you can expect an angry phone call from my orthopedist in the morning. Bobbert. Robert just laughs and starts unlocking his door. My shins live to die another day. Robert leads me inside. I can't help but think about what Mary said to me. Robert did seem a little bit off, but that completely disappeared when we were joking around with the ghost tour. I don't know. It's hard to read. While I'm thinking, I hear claws skittering on across the floor. Oh god, it's this pit bull. I'm about to be torn to shreds. I shut my eyes tight and brace for impact. Betsy, hey, be nice. I don't feel anything but tiny paws scratching my shoes. I open my eyes. Aw, Betsy? Robert's dog jumps away from me, running around in circles and sniffing Robert's legs. He pats her on the head. Aw. She's adorable. Hey, that's not a pit bull. This is the cutest, dumbest Boston Terrier I've ever seen. Betsy, you're not a pit bull? And you weren't taken by the Dover ghost? Betsy's made of tougher stuff than that, ain't you, girl? Betsy rolls over for some well-deserved belly rubs. I just keep a picture of a large pit bull in my wallet in case of emergencies, comedic emergencies. We make our way to Robert's living room. For a quiet man with arguably the oldest pickup truck that can be legally driven, his place is amazing. There are sleek modern appliances throughout the room with a big flat-screen TV mounted on the wall. He has shelves upon shelves of DVDs. Guess he wasn't lying about being really into cinema. He does have a nice place, but it's really messy. He pours both glasses of whiskey from a well-stocked bar in the corner, while Betsy curls up on a pile of cushions. So, how did you really get that scar? And don't tell me you got it fishing for Alaskan king crabs in the Bering Sea or something. You trained me too well. Robert laughs and takes a sip of his drink. My dad and I were riding bikes. I hit a rock, flew over the handlebars, and then we went to the hospital, and that's it. Not a very interesting story. I've never heard you talking about your daughter. Well, I have one. Where is she? That's her. He points at a picture on the wall of a very serious little girl with dark eyes. Yep, that's definitely Robert's daughter. How old is she? 25? 26? Not too sure. Damn, you're old. Does she live around here? No, Val lives back home in Brooklyn. Works at some new media online magazine thing, though. Makes bucket, though. Makes buckets? Though? Sorry. He suddenly seems very serious. I probably shouldn't press him about it. You like Santana? Yes. Yes, I do. Great. Robert puts on Santana, then takes a seat on the couch next to me. He suddenly downs his drink in one gulp. Hey, are you alright? Robert leans in and kisses me. The taste of whiskey burning my lips. I'm surprised at first, but slowly relax into his arms. He pulls away slightly, his lips barely brushing against my mouth. Ooh, I am now. I can't say anything. At best managing a sigh. Robert leans in again, kissing me harder. He pulls my bottom lip between his teeth and bites lightly, sliding a hand under my shirt. My heart pounds in his chest as he lies us both down on the couch. He kisses a trail down my neck, his teeth grazing in my skin. Wait, it's not that. Robert bites down and I have to stifle a moan. Oh, stop. Robert stiffens up and pulls away. No biting? No. No. I'm more than okay with that. Something's up. Robert runs a hand through his hair and looks away. I'm fine. I've just been kind of stressed out, tired. Not a big deal. Should we push it? Listen, I want this as badly as you do, but I know something's wrong. I need to make sure that you're okay. Robert stares at the ground. You don't know me that well, Spicy Boy. I'm not a good person. He takes a deep breath. I spent my whole life only taking and taking and taking, and now here I am, an old broken man sitting on top of a pile of everything I've ever taken, alone. But I want to know you. You don't have to keep hiding behind fake stories and acting like you don't have feelings. He sighs heavily. It's Val. She's visiting me tomorrow. She wants to patch things up. Are you... I'm sorry, but is this a bit... No. When was the last time you saw her? 3, 4, I think. Months? Years. I sat up straight. Jesus, Robert. What happened between you two? I don't want to talk about it. Robert and I sit in silence, neither of us wanting to look at each other, both of us unsure of what to do next. Fine. Things were already bad between us. I cared about her. I always did. Things just got in the way. Before I knew it, she was leaving for college, wanting nothing to do with me. Marilyn and I moved out here to settle down. We thought it would help to get away from all the distractions, all the money, the drinking. But temptation gets to you. I tried to be better, but I just couldn't. And then, the accident changed everything. I think every day about how she must have died hating me. I never became the better man that she wanted me to be, the one she always saw in me. She was the last thread Val and I had connecting us together. I didn't know that when I lost my wife I was going to lose my daughter too. Robert. I spent so much time chasing after things I thought were going to make me happy that I ruined my only chance at happiness. Now my wife is dead, and my daughter hates me. And then I convinced myself that this... He gestures vaguely in my direction. Was going to make me happy. Why do I even try anymore? I'm so sorry. I know how hard it is to... No, you don't. How can you possibly know how this feels? You did everything right. Your daughter loves you. You're a good person. I was a terrible husband, and an even worse father. I have no idea why she's bothering to contact me now. I know I'm just gonna fuck it up like I always do. I'm broken. I shouldn't even go. Robert puts his head in his hands. Tell him what he needs here. Nothing's gonna change until you do. Robert pauses. He looks at me. There are a lot of things in my life that I regret, that I wish I could take back and do over, and it hurts so much to know that I can't. But what I can do, and what you have the privilege of doing tomorrow morning, is to wake up and try to be a better person than you were the day before. Things aren't gonna fix themselves tomorrow, or the next day, and patching things up with Val isn't gonna solve all your problems either. But nothing's gonna change if you don't, and you can't love anyone else until you stop hating yourself. And you're right, I don't know you that well, but you have the same capacity for good that we all have, and I know you can find it. Val is giving you a chance, don't waste it. But, Robert, listen to me, it's gonna be okay. But, I lean over and embrace Robert, pulling him in as tightly as I can. He buries his head into my shoulder, hugging me back. I wonder if he's a power bottom. Sorry, I'm just ruining the whole moment. It's gonna be okay. I place a hand on the back of his head and stroke his hair. He shudders, then sobs, and I realize that he's crying. Poor Robert. Thank you. We stay there for a while, holding each other. We both eventually drift off to sleep. Oh, nice. Hey, alright. I don't think I recognize this girl by the snack table. I should say hello. We're at the graduation party now. Hi, I don't think we've met. Oh, we've met years ago. And I'm here for my revenge. What? You're Robert's kid, aren't you? Spot on. Guess that makes you Spicy Boy, huh? Yeah, it's nice to meet you. Glad Robert brought you along. They promised that there'd be free food, so that's kinda hard to pass up, and... Look, I don't know you, but can I get real with you for a second? My old man's a real close book, you know? Me and him, we got a long way to go. You don't erase decades of neglect in a week, but you sure can get tired of staying angry about it. That kind of bitterness, it poisons you, I think. I'm too young for that. Anyway, lately he's been better. A lot better, and between him shaving for once, and how much he talks about you, I get the feeling you have something to do with it. So, thanks. Robert means a lot to me. Glad he's getting better. Just keep an eye out on him while I'm not around, okay? Or else. What? I'm kidding. Or am I? Really is Robert's kid. I don't know why I'm like this. I think it runs in the family. Amanda draws up to the conversation. Hey, I love your necklace. And your hair. And just, geez, your whole vibe is cool. Thanks. I like your jacket. My girlfriend collects pins too. Oh, this is my daughter Amanda. Amanda, this is Robert's daughter Val. Nice meeting you. I heard you're a photographer. Aspiring photographer. I'm going to school for it. You take pictures? Yes. Then you're a photographer. Welcome to the biz. Val hands Amanda a business card. If you're ever looking for internships, shoot me an email. Anyway, I need to go make friends with that woman over there who's dual-wielding wine glasses. Catch you later. Val walks away. She's so cool. She gave me her business card. She touched my hand. Congrats, you just networked for the first time. I'm a regular business lady now. quarterly projections, stock market, synergy. Well, you're making a fortune as a businesswoman. I gotta keep this party going. Get you around, Pops. Okay. So we're talking to Brian now, and then... Yeah, Robert's gonna come over soon. I glance over to the back of the yard where Robert is sitting on a bench beneath our cherry blossom tree. He smiles at me. I'll leave it to you. Me and the Emmas are gonna go get ice cream. Love you, Pops. I guess she's smoothing things over with her friends. Amanda runs off to join her friends. I take a seat next to Robert as the last guests make their way out of the party. Hey. Hey. Okay. Robert gestures vaguely to the snack table. Good stuff. Yep. So, had a chance to talk to Val.
Hi.
She physically threatened you? Yeah. That's my girl. She said you've been doing better. Trying to work on the devices. I also showered today. We sit in silence for a moment. You know, every day for me is a battle against my own self-destructive habits. But lately, it's gotten a little easier. Thanks for talking some sense to me. It's hard to get things through my thick skull sometimes, but what you said that night has actually helped. I'm glad. I like you, Spicy Boy. I like you a lot. I haven't felt this way about someone in a long time. I lean in and kiss him for a moment before he pulls away. Oh. He takes my hand as his. What? You're special to me.
I don't know.
But I have some stuff I need to work on. Emotionally, before I can get into anything romantic with you. You deserve better than who I am right now. I need to be on my own for a bit. Figure some things out. Of course. I think what you need right now is a friend, and I'm very happy to be that for you. Thank you. That means a lot to me. And if you're ever ready for more than that, you know where to find me. Let's hunt ghosts sometime. I would love that. Put my head on his shoulder, and we watch the sun slowly dip below the horizon together. That is so sweet. Alright, so that was the Robert ending. I really enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed that too. It's really sweet, touching. I'm glad Robert is changing to a better person. Next episode, we're gonna see if we can date Brian. He's obviously gonna try to one-up us, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.